Hello, this is Solomon Davis, Right Side Trader. Today is October 18th, 2024, and this is my weekly market review, where I'm reviewing the NASDAQ 100, that's QQQ, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only because, as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading. So please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick look at these charts and see what we see. Let me maximize this quarterly chart and zoom in a little bit. On this quarterly chart, we can see that we're still green. We're still above a yearly R1, still looking to break that high of that 500 and all. But we're still trading below that yearly R2. So we're stuck in the zone right here, right now. Let's go ahead and go down to this monthly chart and see what we see here. On this monthly chart, we can see that we're still above the 9-10 moving average, so we're still in a bull market. We're still, on this last quarter, we are above our pivot. And we'll be reaching, trying to see if we're going to reach a R1 before the end of the year. The NASDAQ does like going to an R1. Last quarter, it didn't quite. It almost made it to that R1, which was just above that 500 number. So we've been having a hard time breaking that 500 number at this time. In order to get to that R1 this time before the end of the year for this quarter, we have to still get to get close to an R1. So again, I do believe we will break 500 and get above 500 by the end of the year, but we have to kind of like wait and see what happens there. Let's go ahead and go down here to this weekly chart, and this will make things look a little bit different, a little bit clearer on this weekly chart. As we can see, we get in a red doji now. We got a red doji this past week. That can mean a couple of things. That can mean that this supply that's up here. Let me see if I zoom out just a little bit. You can see the supply. The supply that's up here and still haven't given out. All these people who are trying to get long and want to get long before this thing gets over 500, they're still banging this market down, getting in this market, not letting it go above 500 at this time, and banging it down, getting long. And once they get all there, get rid of their supply, get the position set, that they want to take this thing higher, above that 500 and beyond, then we'll see this thing take off above this level. But until then, this market is not going anywhere. And as you can see, this is what's been happening for the last month. Ever since we've taken this downward pull, we haven't been able to break this high back here, from back in July. So that's what we've been fighting here for a while now. So the thing is, how long will it take before these guys get their money all in place or get rid of all the supply that they want to get rid of before they let this thing go higher? And let's just go ahead and go down to the daily chart, give us a better look and see what's happening here, and we'll go ahead and wrap this on up. On this daily chart, here's that supply back here, but I want to zoom in here on these last few days. On these last few days, we got a crazy looking red, morning star in the wrong location and the wrong color, and then we got a small little bullish harami. And as you can see, this past week, this market didn't really make a leg down like it usually makes a leg down. So this is looking kind of suspicious, like this thing might be just about done, and we might come next week, maybe the week that we actually get above 500 and actually get a close above 500. We're going to look like we're going to be opening above pivot, in order to get to pivot, to that R1 level. As you can see, the NASDAQ like going to an R1 level. This week, it didn't. It went to that R1 and got slammed down. Will that again? It have to get a little bit higher if it goes to that R1 level again. But still, that's just below that 500. So will it break 500 next week? The R1 is saying maybe, but from past week, it didn't break it. Before on the downswing, it came down to an R1 and bounced and all. So come this week, before, if it's in a strong bull move, it will get above an R1, but that doesn't mean it's going to close above that R1. So this coming up week, I do see it coming up to an R1, but will we get a close above R1? That's going to be the question for next week. And that's all I really want to share at this time. This is Solomon, Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Bye.